Influential.
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 Dean on who you guys were. He didn't know that you were the heads of 4 very influential East Coast families.
Her father is a very powerful, very influential man. The influential man. The influential man.
Well, think about it, Castle. Matilda King is the most influential person in fashion, and Ella had direct access to her world.
And works inside the Imperial Palace.
These two, sir. Most influential, I'd say, Vice Minister Secchia.
Call his office.
How influential is his family?
Very.
It's not every day we get the chance to sit down with members of such an influential family.
Targeted.
Shang is a kingmaker. He's extremely influential in shaping his government's economic policy.
Pro, which means he may strike again, and I am not going to lose one of the world's most influential men on my watch.
No. The Thon bloodline is chock full of influential politicians, scientists, captains of industry failures.
Italy's most powerful, influential family of all time.
Economy.
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 Is this a problem?
Oh, I just think it's honestly pretty bad economy right now.
Don't tell me economy. The economy. The economy. Everyone's blaming the economy. You're going to blame somebody, blame
Them damn Republicans.
Did what it could to keep your father afloat, but the economy at that time and him having overextended himself, yes.
Fan base. How did this become a career?
Welcome to the sharing economy. Sharing economy. Sharing economy.
I'm in the construction business. The way the economy is today, it's all gone to shit.
Exactly how an angry Russia and Russian business will react to the likely disastrous effects for the Russian economy of America's UN veto.
Looks like we just wasted an afternoon, fellas.
No, I wish I was short. I'm out. It's the economy, you know? My other guy, he didn't show up for his stuff.
Banks, several high-profile brokerage houses. No wonder the economy collapsed, huh?
Go Beckett.
He said he found a weakness in our economy, an unexpected linchpin that if someone went after it, would start the dominoes falling.
Wake up. How can Stag Industries pull out completely? They're our largest donor.
It's like they say. It's the economy, stupid.
No, it's the stupid economy.
So, what is this thing you're working on?
It's all to do with the rural economy. Very hush-hush.
The president wants to nominate a multi-billionaire in a struggling economy. He'll alienate half the country.
Corporate greed. Raise pay for those who need it most and create jobs by growing the economy.
A doddering old fool finishing up his second term what the best thing is for this country's economy. Perhaps you're not the kind of helper we're looking for.
Convenient.
Convenient. Convenient.
Convenient.
Convenient.
That raiding in Washington? When your cell phone supposedly broke that night? How convenient. How convenient. How convenient.
No. It would be convenient, but no.
That's convenient. That's convenient. That's convenient.
It has a dial on the bottom.
Awful convenient, don't you think?
Alpha, above whichever locale, is convenient.
I mentioned we were working a counterfeit case and begged my way onto their investigation.
Oh, how convenient.
Yeah, I am alone with him.
Okay, Logan is not going to accept this convenient death as you're out.
That was very convenient. Local police showing up when they did. Too convenient to be a coincidence.
Maybe, or it could have nothing to do with the murders. I mean, would the room have been a convenient place to assemble a bomb? Sure.
Lost it. Playing cards.
I gotta say, this is kind of convenient. You want leniency for cooperating, only you're not giving anyone up, not really.
Do not think it convenient you captured me so easily.
You don't find that a little convenient, her just so happening to have burned the book?
More convenient for me to take them out.
Percentage.
Percentage. Percentage. Percentage. Percentage.
What percentage of 75 is 12? 8%, 12%, 16%, 18%, or 20%?
How did I do? I think I did pretty well.
Yeah, she said you were cool, basically.
Basically. Was I some percentage not cool?
Mr. Raymond, studies have shown that kids who are prone to hurting animals at an early age eventually fall into a high percentage of adults who may fail to develop even the most basic feeling for people.
Tiny fraction of what the brain is doing, right? Most of it is automated body function.
Okay.
So then what is it we're actually seeding?
No, if this notion of self is such a small percentage of you,
Yes.
Secondly, I don't even believe you have a plan. I have part of a plan.
What percentage of a plan do you have?
A small percentage of women have a fourth cone that allows them to see colors invisible to the rest of us.
Sir, we believe, with your help, we have an extremely high percentage shot at killing or capturing the terrorist cell and stopping the attack cold.
Well, your own. You get a percentage, everybody wins.
I'll get caught selling a grain of salt for you.
Fine. Yes, percentage-wise, it's marginally improved.
You're gonna adjust that percentage way down.
And don't thank me, thank the dice. They told me what percentage of my face to shave.
Carpet.
Carpet. Carpet.
Carpet. Carpet.
You got it right in my mouth. Why did you do that?
You just spit on my carpet. Carpet. Carpet.
You sprayed perfume in my mouth. What's your problem?
Oh, come on, fuck. You fucked the carpet. Carpet.
Oh, I'm sorry.
Fuck, that was dramatic. I'm bleeding on the carpet.
Show me where the carpet cleaner is.
Yes, sir.
Oh, man. Carpet's in here.
Let's go, rug doctor.
Good morning.
Hey, we gotta call Beechwood Carpets and get an estimate on those stairs.
Hey, Jersey, you putting that carpet in the guard's room?
Yeah, I think so.
All these little hairs and semens and fingerprints and everything. Even if we pull the carpet out, I'm everywhere.
So, look, if you just give me 2 seconds before you open me up all over your nice Armenian carpets, then you can decide if you still want to do me.
To be able to walk off the street, get a checking account, and walk out.
If anything's out of place, if the carpet's not tacked down, if the paint is wet, it's going to spook our target, and I will be very upset.
And trust me, you do.
I don't think we can stay here. I mean, not until we get new carpeting.
Yeah.
Soak straight through to your subfloor. Until you pull this up and get new carpet, new padding. This is as good as it gets.
Man, you're scaring me.
Now!
Okay.
Put your face on the carpet!
Okay! God, what is wrong with you?
On the sly. It started out being what I wanted, but then Bowden called him on the carpet, gave him some vague BS about putting the time in to master your craft.
Oh, nothing. Just take the hit. I've been in that carpet, and believe me, this is what he responds to.
Accommodate.
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 Flight reservations to Bora Bora. Rental of a room to accommodate 80. To accommodate 80. To accommodate 80. They were getting married.
If it makes tomorrow.
And while we're at it, is there anything else I can help you with? You know, we can accommodate almost any desire.
Separate the twins. Put them in different classes. They're much calmer when they're not bouncing off one another.
We can try that. But if it doesn't work, we may no longer be able to accommodate them.
One level in rock and roll. And that is...
I think we can accommodate your little sister.
Miss Venega. Yes.
Yes, I received your message, ma'am. I'm so sorry, but we can't accommodate you. We limit enrollment to the beginning of the year. I understand.
You sure you don't want a lawyer present?
I'll waive all that. My only stipulation is that I want my children to be able to see me answer the questions.
I think we can accommodate you.
To accommodate location, we'll have to keep the guests list at about 200. Yvonne, will you follow up on the caterer?
If your client wants to do an installation here at our gallery,
He does.
then I'm sure we can accommodate him.
It's comprised of houses and dormitories, with water and power.
large enough to accommodate an entire community.
This is never going to work.
No, the plan's still good. It's just, we need to accommodate for the...
We are not going anywhere unless I'm convinced of our safety.
I'm glad we're still friends.
Really?
Oh, yes. It was a lot of work to accommodate you in my life.
Don't ask any questions. Well, as long as you're not paying me in credits, I'm sure I could accommodate your wishes, Master Jedi.
Liability.
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 There is a concern that you could become a liability to the agency.
Fuck you.
Calm down.
I'm a liability?
So in any normal area of life, I'd be, or I am, a total liability. 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 The only thing I've got going for me is I'm quick in a car.
If someone is a liability, they go. Tancredi was becoming a liability.
It means I'd be a liability. You have to take my word on this, detective.
Panic during a simple exercise, Alex. The division won't tolerate that kind of physical liability in a recruit.
In our world, families are a liability.
What about her? She's still out there. You're not concerned she'll be a liability?
Von Strucker is more than just a pawn.
And now he's a liability. He knows too much.
You've left yourself and the hospital open to a tremendous amount of liability.
Oh, no. Not if the patient's weight loss caused a problem.
This is going to be a complicated procedure.
Both of you have been up for the past 48 hours straight. This is a liability issue. Hands off the patient.
Convince him to go gracefully?
Why would I?
He's a liability.
Oh, because he's old?
No, because he habitually undermines my authority. Look.
Instead, they killed me.
You're the liability. You had to go.
If he's considering an end to our alliance, he's a major liability.
Anyway. 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 Anyway.
Anyway.
I need to remind you what that'll do to your year-end bonuses. Anyway, shipper Marks fired their last firm because they took their eye off the ball.
So, Mom, where are you anyway?
Look, I have to work late tonight. Can you ask Grandma if she can stay till 10?
Sure.
Mom, I hate this school. Why would I want to play for it? Grandma's gonna pick you up at the field around 5-ish. Well, I can't find my cleats anyway.
Are you 14? Yeah, I mean, you're a call girl. I mean, that just sounds pretty... Anyway, so about that threesome.
I'm from a big family. 6 brothers and sisters.
Anyway, part-time is perfect for us.
Professor Kavanaugh, I have to ask. Alicia Florrick is your sister, right?
Right.
So do you see her much?
Anyway, A sub n plus 2.
Hello. Is that a canoe in your pocket there, Cal? Nicely played there, Mia.
Rhea.
Oh, well, thank you anyway.
Where is my sister anyway? We were supposed to caravan to April's.
She said she had an early meeting.
You've done all the right things, but we knew it would be tight until the store really took off. So why do you need this money anyway?
We're all just animals, Shane. Red in tooth and claw. Why are you so nervous anyway?
I really like this girl.
Jill, sweater. It's mine anyway. Off. Say please. Please.
Mild. Mild.
Mild. Mild.
Mild.
You're not allergic to bacitracin. You do have a mild allergy to peanuts.
Could have had another episode. Let's call it what it is. It's a stroke. A mild stroke. A mild stroke. A mild stroke. Peter, this condition is mild. There are lots of careers you could still perform.
With her blue eyes beaming, soft and mild.
Your mother's suffering from mild cognitive impairment.
Mild cognitive impairment.
Brain damage.
You have a mild amount of celebrity, which is really all a writer can ask for.
Laura likes to drink.
Forgive me, ladies, but it was a very mild opiate, and I needed total silence.
Shitty.
I only administered a mild sedative, just something to calm you down, not put you to sleep.
Assuming. So let's add mild-mannered to our profile.
Mr. Castle, so this is you working a homicide. A superhero who's mild-mannered and someone killed his parents.
Isn't that all of them?
He had a degenerative hip condition and mild scoliosis, probably from sitting too much.
Medication is mandatory. Just a mild sedative prescribed by Dr. Tengredi.
Not a damn one of them had the decency to tell me.
Mild diastema.
Migrate.
Migrate. Migrate. Migrate.
Migrate.
Once it enters the host system, it migrates to the amygdala, forming cysts.
The virus must have adjusted inside of him. Migrated exclusively to his lungs.
Every year, cow-nosed rays migrate between Brazil and the temperate zones in search of food.
A wadi that would, hallelujah, open during the rainy season, allowing the salmon to migrate upstream for, say, 10 kilometers.
No one's gonna be able to read the information, or it's going to decay, or you have to migrate it or it'll die.
Sure. Worldly. See, when a player gets to the majors, chicks come out of a deep freeze. They migrate from hundreds of miles. Celebrity chicks, non-celebrity chicks, chicks from all walks of life.
Watching the Nature Channel.
Every spring, the wild Frankie migrates
to you the way others might. The moment you do, he'll migrate out of your life and you'll be the poorer for it.
They only congregate in large groups like this. When they migrate, a plague only stays in one place for a day or two.
Blindness, but the difference is those parasites were transmitted through the bite of a fly and migrate through the skin.
Crude.
Crude. Crude.
Crude.
Crude.
But you would prefer I ignore Coventry's ineptitude lest more crude drawings appear.
In this context, how would you characterize the offer of employment in exchange for money? Your description, well, crude is apt.
Late night media buy.
They sent it out to press. It will get some play. It's crude, but effective.
An upright ape living in dust with crude language and tools.
Over 500 million tons of raw materials arrive in Shanghai every year by sea. Supplies of crude steel, coal, wood, copper.
Buffalo jockey, watch your red skin back, white pride bitch, and some crude drawings.
With Owen, the solution was to build a wall. A bit crude, I admit, but the memory wipe did its job. Your plan's a bit crude.
You got a better idea?
A crude weapon, if I may say so, Dr. Wells.
I couldn't agree more. Good hint.
Card.
Card. Card. Card. Gone.
Everybody thought he was going to get off. But I had one card left to play. One card left to play. One card left to play.
Now, put that card back in, put that card back in, put that card back in. Anywhere.
All right. What, there's no greeting card for that?
Know how awkward it is when I gotta leave the card game early and go to my white supremacist meeting.
We've been here a week, Houston. Let's just finish this. Card is up.
That's a negative. I'm afraid we're getting nothing on this end, Doc.
Except security in the file room is so old school, you need a key card to get in, which even if you had, you wouldn't know where to start looking for the file.
Then what?
And then we use your key card to get us in. We get Julia out.
I thought we saved the end of days, but that's just because that's the last card I got.
Well, whatever it was a good thing that Rebecca stopped it.
There's only 2 kings left in the whole deck. What are the odds of the next card being one of them?
Less than 5%.
I was wondering if I might put a card in your window.
A card, milady?
For a job asking for applicants.
See something? When our friends shot up the black box, they damaged the SD card that holds all the video.
Disappeared off the grid about 3 years ago.
Disappeared.
No records, cell phone, bank card usage, no IP address, nothing.
All the AT&T records without leaving a backup with somebody. I'm not gonna blow my get out of jail card on a wild goose chase.
Gross.
Gross.
Gross. Gross. Gross.
Whoa, I'm running.
That's gross, gross, gross.
Oh, it's gross. 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 Oh, God. Okay, I just need to... Oh, I keep looking back at it, thinking it's gonna be less gross. Oh, grape. Gross. Gross. Gross.
Sweetie, I saw what you were doing with the stick and it was gross.
Was it gross?
Yeah, it was disgusting. Brody kissed you.
Well, that doesn't sound very gross.
Well, it was. I'll show you. You be Brody, I'll be you.
Guys are so gross. It's like we don't want to see a picture of your store that I bought, okay? You're gross.
What? We didn't say anything.
God, I can't take this anymore. Gross.
Please, Jesus Christ.
That's gross.
Okay.
It's gross exaggerated.
Well.
Oh, God, it even smells gross.
We need to put that there.
Dramatic. 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 Dramatic.
Dramatic.
This guy. So dramatic. So dramatic. So dramatic.
This is Nihal. Is this true?
Oh, yeah. It's really quite dramatic. Dramatic. Dramatic.
My reputation is destroyed.
So dramatic. So dramatic. So dramatic.
To me, to Karen.
To Karen.
And just what the fuck are you?
I'm the one who's dealt with evil all my life.
That's a little dramatic.
And the wife of a local fisherman, the black wife of a black local fisherman. How do you think that's gonna look?
You're being dramatic.
Oh, am I?
Also, I'm not on ecstasy.
No way.
I've had some very dramatic relationships.
It was obviously you. That was a dramatic pause.
Really? Helen, I'm being dramatic? How's this for dramatic? Helen, the wedding is off!
So I had to...
Jeopardize the financial future of this company?
That's a bit dramatic, isn't it? As soon as he breathed in all that cigar smoke, he was a dead man. The motorcycle accident was an unnecessary dramatic flourish.
Wait, to some prison camp?
Oh, come on, don't be so dramatic. I mean, some of these places actually look fun. Sorry. Things are just getting so dramatic.
Airplane. 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 Airplane.
Tell us what was discussed regarding the de-icing system on the airplane, on the airplane, on the airplane.
I'm sorry. Could you repeat the...
At this meeting, can you tell us what
We
was
need to cut him off. He's
discussed
gonna hurt
regarding
us.
the de-icing system on the airplane, airplane, airplane?
This is bullshit.
You think those guys who flew into the towers, that was their first time on an airplane? Airplane? Airplane?
If we picture a grass stick as an airplane, a grand soaring jet carrying us through the sky. That was an airplane. No, I'm not at work. I'm in Sydney.
Are you getting this? What? What's up? It's an airplane. Oh my God. It's Oceanic 815.
Attention all stations, this is a system-wide broadcast from Radzinski at the Flame. Checking in to see if anyone's seen an airplane over the island. No one else has seen an airplane, but if you have, could you call into me, please? Over.
Now Jacob's dead. We don't have to be trapped anymore. We can get on an airplane and fly away anytime we want to.
Well, then why are you doing it?
Well, we had a vote. 3 of us voted for airplane, Sheldon voted for train, so we're taking the train.
Okay, yeah, well, I'm just gonna go eat my dinner elsewhere. Maybe an airplane headed for a mountainside.
Okay, just to be clear, there's only one correct answer, right? It's not like chicken or fish on an airplane.
Discharge.
Discharge. Discharge.
Discharge. Discharge.
Sooner than we expected.
Yeah, medical discharge. Medical discharge. Medical discharge. Got shrapnel all up and down my back, got a few pieces.
Did you discharge your weapon? Discharge your weapon. Discharge your weapon.
I didn't start the shooting.
The psychs tagged him with PTSD. But they didn't discharge him. But they didn't discharge him. But they didn't discharge him.
You're in demolitions?
Yeah.
Early discharge, no benefits?
Smoke and electrical discharge in both tubes. Evac all trains.
Discharge reading, sir. Plasma cannon, the shallow shell, 7 miles up the coastal line.
Got shot breaks. If I go to a hospital, I'm arrested before they discharge me.
Fine.
You can't just discharge a patient without permission.
Yes.
Upon your discharge from the hospital, you'll be given an additional payment of $20,000.
You discharge that, you'll flood the whole engineering room with poisonous halon gas.
A good word? They're going to discharge me, sir. I messed up. I'm fully aware.
Account. 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 Account.
We got a blip on the radar. An old bank account. Bank account. Bank account. Someone checked the balance.
Can you trace it?
No, it was done remotely.
$200 in the account?
Yeah, he emptied his accounts when he went underground.
Diana, call up Zurich. We need access to the DuPont account. Pont account. Pont account. That's it.
I'd love to see the labs. Funny thing, there are no labs. We're underground. It's basically just this cardboard box and a sack full of money sitting in an offshore bank account. A bank account. A bank account.
I suspect the man who invited us here must be quite important.
Well, assuming it's a man, we've never met him. Or her. And no updates on a Twitter account.
His account to pay off a bad bet.
Which partner?
Will Gardner.
Will Gardner took $45,000 from a client's account. $5,000 from a client's account.
And put it back 15 years ago.
There's no statute of limitations with disbarment.
Okay, I know that this sounds nuts. I like him. I do. I mean, what he does in Africa on account of women. And then he does this.
I need access to my account, please. Yeah.
You won't let me deposit cash in my checking account. I'm running all over town paying my bills
Because
with
I
cash.
can't have a paper trail of cash deposits. You gotta trust me on this.
$186,437.96.
You go out with me, and I'll get you into that account.
Intelligence.
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 Jonas possesses all 4 attributes: intelligence, intelligence, integrity, courage.
Let me know when you've got some actual intelligence. 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 Preferably something that leads to a strike.
Tell us that the computer has artificial intelligence. Artificial intelligence. Artificial intelligence.
There's Army intelligence. Got demoted for not understanding the need for a warrant.
This company. Intelligence analyst.
Guests.
You have excellent intelligence.
Gelhorn, I see you have one of Madame's jade brooches.
I'm asking why you did it.
Look, the arrival of strong artificial intelligence has been inevitable for decades.
And it will never happen again, for I used my superior intelligence for wrong actions to justify a good end, and that was wrong.
You trust your intelligence to a woman?
It means you get to choose intelligence. I want intelligence.
I hear police intelligence took down your arsonist. Headshot, right?
Right.
Alien.
Alien. Alien. Alien.
Alien.
Well, it's just we're dealing with alien technology. Alien technology. Alien technology. Alien metals interact with biology on a cellular level in a way that's impossible to replicate without a sample.
Aliens. Aliens. Aliens.
aliens were running through the streets, and it was then that S.H.I.E.L.D. revealed themselves.
Meanwhile, now we know Hydra is searching for evidence of the alien writing. The alien writing. The alien writing. That's not good.
Hydra pursuing alien WMD technology must act quickly to prevent extinction level event.
What, does he have alien blood too? Now, can you imagine that? S.H.I.E.L.D. being run by a man that's part alien?
Nakara, pass me the bed. This ghost got some ugly-ass feet. Looks more like an alien.
Turns out I was looking in the wrong direction. When alien life entered our world, it was from deep beneath the Pacific Ocean.
What is that noise?
I don't know, but it's jamming our broadcast. Kind of sounds like the alien from Aliens.
And by abduction, I mean alien abduction.
I don't know what your alien friends did to you, but I, for one, do not want to find out.
Yeah, this.
Detective, we need to recon the alien positions. Pick a team.
Yes, sir.
AT-4, Gal-17 minigun, heavy mortars. We're talking serious alien stir-fry.
This isn't just physical strength. There's an alien life form fusing with your human DNA.
I suffered with them in that godforsaken ghetto, and for what? So that crazy psycho alien bitch could wipe them out?
Compensate.
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 I wanted to make up for my lackings, so I devised ingenious mechanical contrivances to compensate for my weak spots.
Any valuable information a pirate captain ascertains shall be compensated in equal favor.
If he doesn't like how they taste together.
If samarium prices don't reduce, the market will have no choice but to compensate. Compensate. Compensate.
In the event of an evacuation, 2 breaths every minute from one of these will compensate for lower levels of surface oxygen.
No, nostalgia compensates for the lack of flavors and stimulates the brain to recreate all the missing pieces.
I'd use what I could to heal him, and he'd compensate us for those resources through service.
I vetted them with great care, and Fring made sure they were well compensated in the event of a situation such as this.
What's happening? 2 engines are down. We're trying to compensate, but they've been tampered with.
Sabotage.
To try and vent the systems so the blast goes up and not out.
I'll need to reset the particle parameters to compensate.
Intrusion.
We have been over this. You and your staff will be well compensated for your help.
We noticed that your tenants were jerry-rigging heaters to compensate for the fact that there was no working heat.
You don't compensate a working girl so you can cuddle after.
If I'm going to lock up this nomination for you, I deserve to be compensated.
Minor. 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 Minor.
Minor.
No, he was a minor player.
First, you created a $10,000 monstrosity with Lisa, and now you've poured millions into what was supposed to be a minor diversion.
The eyes are often a minor problem because they usually want to stay open.
I don't intend to.
You'll do something minor on the fraud.
You're lucky you didn't get 20 years for seducing a minor.
Anyone threatening him, or speaking to a man.
Heard anything about the bride or the groom, anybody threatening anyone, anything causing him any trouble, even something minor.
To get in with Green's organization, Ben was authorized to commit minor crimes to play the role of a criminal.
Into the burning house in an attempt to rescue the Majestic Cross. Now, those members are being treated at a nearby hospital for minor burns and smoke inhalation.
Is he gonna be okay?
He's fine, minor heart attack. Not good for the ticker eating that much butter.
Do you have children?
No.
Did you ever commit a minor traffic violation?
Yes.
Here she comes. Apart from a DWI and a minor drug charge, they check out. But until we know for sure, everyone's a terrorist.
Romp with Susan Reed, and then he put it online for everyone to see. That's enticing a minor and making and distributing child porn.
Collide.
Collide.
Collide. Collide. Collide.
Weights in the octagon today.
will collide, will collide, will collide. Joe Rogan, my partner, that is a great fight.
The winds descend cold and heavy from the polar regions and collide with the hot light air of the equator.
Peace! With pleasure. Your final hour of peace. You see, I've redirected a meteor to collide with Earth.
Come on, they're really funny.
They're not meant to be funny, they're meant to be normal.
Baby, it's a wedding, okay? Worlds collide.
The result of a brain injury sustained when he collided with Vladimir Markov's boat.
Like they're fixing to collide, you know what I mean, Jimmy?
6 years ago, your youth group collided with mine.
I would make sure that we'd collide, you know? I could come in, I could hang out with you.
Uh-oh.
What happens when worlds collide? Boom.
Okay, guys.
Right?
You know there's been a 100% increase in earthquakes since they turned on the Large Hadron Collider.
So, if I don't run fast enough to collide with the particle, then I'm dust.
Mayday, mayday, this is Squad 3 to Maine. Truck 81, Truck 66 have collided on the corner of 24th and Wabash.
Decay. Decay. Decay.
Decay.
Decay.
Even look like? They were all shriveled and icky and decayy. Oh, I know. It's terrifying.
Like life. Birth, excitement, growth, decay, death.
What do you think? Are you like everyone else, Dr. Cross? Do you see around you only death and decay, death and decay, death and decay?
Raging between forces of life and decay. That the survival of the forest itself depends on the outcome.
Well, when did I start to realize that the world was
a rotting cesspool of decay and mediocrity?
No, on this day of the year, long before you were born, this heap of decay was brought here.
When I took the throne, Rome was in decay.
Over there, obviously to cover the smell of John Doe's decay, the killer didn't bring them with him.
Over and over. It is growth, then decay, then transformation.
Fearing they too would be infected by this moral decay, the Mullins felt it was time to say goodbye.
It's entropy, Lionel. Decay. We save someone, they'll still lose.
Appeal. Appeal. Appeal.
Appeal.
Perez is a legitimate suspect. And if you still want us to support his appeal, he needs to tell us everything he knows.
If Hagen has a federal prosecutor in his pocket, why does he need you?
All the prosecutor can do is force the case back to appeal. We have to make sure the appeal goes through.
Very sudden, wasn't it?
No appeal, I'm afraid. Father was adamant.
I think I can see the appeal.
No. You get any lawyer, file an appeal. You know what happens? The DA is going to have some evidence issues.
Maybe if I talk to her, appeal to her on a personal level.
I don't know.
I have done this before.
Makes two of us.
What do you want? My appeal's coming up. You're gonna help set me free.
What do you think?
I believe where she's coming from. Screwing over Percy does have its appeal.
Primarily a male concern. Perhaps we could expand our market.
How are flower barrettes gonna appeal to men?
Thank you, but cute is for bunnies. I want to be something with sex appeal, like a labradoodle.
Karen thought if I pretended I was 16, I would appeal to more girls like you.
Lane. 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 Lane.
This is a fire lane. Fire lane. Fire lane. You can't park here.
What's the address in Mexico?
Head to El Paso, to the main border crossing. I will tell you which lane. Which lane.
Let's go, you're in a fire lane.
Yeah, I'm all moving.
I think I saw your father the other day in the lane.
you're going to take a right on a road called Dunhill Road, and the house is right at the end of the street, and it's the only house on the lane.
Lay it out on the lane. 1, 2, 3, and...
Hey, Mom was in his lane, and he honked his horn.
Going down there, hopefully Derek Reston wants to take a stroll down memory lane.
That to me.
Yeah, only because you cheated. Illegal usage of Gumdrop Lane.
There, center lane, black sedan.
I don't suppose you're just cruising memory lane.